People are mourning the passing of Vans co-founder Paul Van Doren.
So there's this guy. Yeah, this guy. And this guy decides to make a better deck shoe. This better deck shoe.
Paul and his brother opened the first Vans shop in Anaheim in 1966. Once called the Van Doren Rubber Company, skaters started wearing Vans because they liked the rugged makeup and sticky rubber sole. Vans was on the brink of bankruptcy in 1984 until Paul came back as president, paid off all its debts, and grew Vans into the empire we know today. In a statement, Vans said Paul's bold experiments in product design, distribution, and marketing, along with his knack for numbers and efficiency, turned a family shoe business into a globally recognized brand. Van Doren left a permanent footprint, if you will, on skate, surf, bike, extreme sports, and California culture. Van Doren was 90.
It's a bummer. I love the fact in that picture he's wearing that very cool, very Vans vibed shirt. It's like a Hawaiian t-shirt. It's very sick. Absolutely loved Vans. I've worn them my whole life. My favorite pair were when the new Star Wars saga started to come out. I can't remember what it's called, but the first one, when the new saga started. I don't know if you remember, Bobby.
The prequel trilogy?
The ones
Like
after
Phantom
that.
Menace, all
No,
that.
like
Force
the ones
Awakens.
the ones that came after that.
Yeah,
I think it's the Force Awakens. It was the first one of the new series that began. They came out with these shoes that were floral and had like Yoda on it, and it was like the sickest pairs of Vans. I kept them in pristine condition, very good shape. My ex threw them away.
Oh,
I don't know
no.
why. I don't
to
know
be
why.
kidding me.
He said I thought I didn't need them or want them. They were in great shape, and I'm like, why? They weren't beat up. They weren't all torn or anything. Favorite pair. You can't get them now. They're gone forever. So.
You can never
There you
go
go,
wrong
Robert. You
with
can
a
look at
pair
them
of
on the
Vans.
internet forever.
Oh, yeah, there they are.
Oh, you found? Oh, yes. Those are
that
it,
them?
Sam. Spot on. Look how sick those look. Tell me,
They're
guys, those aren't
awesome.
cool.
I love that. I have a pair of Vans that I got not long ago when the David Bowie collaboration came out. The Alad Insane David Bowie Vans, which are really cool. Still in the box. Still have them in my closet. And those are really cool. But you can't go wrong with a pair of Vans, and they're such an iconic, as we pointed out, such an iconic brand, especially here in California, where we have a ton of skaters and surfers and folks who wear those shoes, and the iconic waffle footprint.
Oh, yeah.
Are those really it, Bobby? Are these it?
That's it.
Those are
I
so
have a pair of those.
sick
I
too, dude.
love them, and I really
Those are
wanted to
dope.
wear them, but I was like, I don't think I should wear these. I kept them in the box, and there they sit. And
So you still own them? You still
I
have
do.
them today?
I still own
Oh,
them.
that's
I
great, dude.
didn't have an ex to throw them away.
Good.
Lucky me. I get to keep my Vans shoes.
My Vans that I'm wearing now are my go-to Disneyland shoe until the white started turning yellow. And I think that's a sign that you love your Vans when maybe the white starts turning yellow.
Yeah.
But they're part of California culture in a way that I'm not sure maybe a couple other brands can claim that. But Vans started the first day they opened, had 12 customers place an order for shoes at the beginning of the day when their little shop opened. And at the end of the day, they went and picked up their pair of shoes, and it spread like wildfire from there. 1966, I think that is so awesome, so amazing. And I went to school at Chapman, right down the street from the original Vans. It turned into a coffee house, I think, but people would stop by and like take pictures and stuff. So.
That's the same thing. In my area, it turned into a coffee shop, which suggests that they either didn't perform well or they shut it down. There's a Vans by my house too. These standalone Vans stores that just closed down, and it's like they were so cool to go in there and shop. And now you have to go to the mall and like be all around these little kids and stuff.
But the Vans warehouse has just expanded a couple of years ago in 2019 in Costa Mesa. So now they have a store front, or at least a warehouse front, offices, and it's got that classic black and white checker along the side of it. And I just think that is so, I love it. California coastal.
There is still a standalone Vans shop in my hometown, Whittier, just right down the
I love
street
that.
from where I grew up. Still there, still lines of people out the door whenever they have a new release. So it's really cool, and what a legacy.
In the video where they were honoring and talking about Vans and its start, they definitely gave a nod to Spicoli for getting them on the map in 1982. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. He walks in with the pizza wearing those checkered. Yeah, there's Paul in the beginning of this video, but toward the end of the B-roll, you see them open up a pizza box and they have the two checkered shoes laying inside, and they say, there it is. They say, our lawyer said we can't talk about the name of the movie, but you know which one we're talking about, and the pizza box opens. Iconic, and Paul Van Doren will be missed, 90 years old.